Good morning, so I'm Emma Ratcliffe, Miss Beans Cakes, the owner and sole employee of said company. I knew I'd probably get booed off the stage if I didn't bring food, so there's chocolate chip cookies and sausage rolls to go around. Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
So, to give you a rough background, I've been a cake maker for 9 years. I didn't grow up wanting to be a cake maker. I didn't have any specific talent for cake making, but with my own wedding looming back in the day, I decided to make my own wedding cake to save us several £100s. 9 years on, 2 children later, here I am, and I've gone from making cakes for fun, maybe 2 or 3 every now and again for friends and family, to 3 or 4 celebration cakes a week, and I also supply other outlets. Unless it's this week, in which case I've got 11 celebration cakes to make. I don't know quite how that happened. I'm going to try and do something fancy here and swap to a website. Does it work? Yes. So I also own the Coach House, which is in Patcham. It's a tea rooms, cafe. I'm extremely proud of where we've taken this business over the last 2 years. I say we, I own it with my mum, Andrea. We are known for our all-day breakfast, we are known for our afternoon teas, we are known for our good homemade food. We currently rank, I wrote it down, the 16th best place in Brighton to get breakfast.
Woo!
We are currently number 65 of 1,221 places to eat in Brighton. And we have our TripAdvisor Certificate of Excellence. We have a beautiful garden. We're fully licensed, we're child-friendly, dog-friendly, people-friendly occasionally, and yeah, it's just a selection of some photos off Tinternet. Try and go back to this, sorry. I'm not great at modern technology. So anyway, back to the cake. The one thing I get asked more than anything else is, why should I buy a cake from you? I don't want to spend very much. Why buy a cake from you when I could go to Tesco? I am not against buying cakes from Tesco's. Most kids will not know the difference between one of my cakes and a Tesco cake. But I bought along, I know I did it last week. This bad boy is a Tesco Victoria sponge. It costs £2 to make, pence for them to make, and £2 for you to buy. It is laced with ingredients and unnatural ingredients just to get it to live long enough to get from conveyor belt to your plate. It's awful. This is meant to serve 8 people and comes in this plastic wrapping. This is a Victoria sponge made by me. This contains just 6 ingredients. Did I say 6? Yeah. Flour, eggs, butter, sugar, icing sugar and strawberries. This will last 5, 6, 7 days, just as well as that crap in a packet, if it lasts that long before it gets in your belly. There is no need to buy cake that is made of such awful ingredients to give to your loved ones. So every cake made by me is bespoke, as you've seen by some of the cakes up here. Every client comes to me with different requirements for their needs. That might be in its design, that might be in its flavour, that might be in its dietary requirements. Sometimes all 3 if I'm really, really lucky. I make everything from cookies, cupcakes, celebration cakes, wedding cakes, corporate cakes. I own a 700 square foot kitchen up in Partridge Green, which is where I've spent many nights doing my baking. And like I said, I supply a number of outlets. So I supply to the Coach House, I supply to the Horsebox Coffee Pod, which is also up in Henfield. And I am looking to supply to other establishments who buy in crappy cakes like that Victoria sponge and could really do with something homemade on their counter. If you're a decent establishment, you will be churning your way through enough cake that you don't need to have something full of preservatives and crappy ingredients to see you through the week, because you'll be selling through it, so it doesn't really matter. You could do with something much better on your counter. So I think... these are just a selection of wedding cakes. There is James Burt's wedding cake up there. I do have a lot of wedding cakes down at Alfresco through Alex Lewis. So that was a poppy wedding cake I made for Orphans House not so long ago. Those poppies were all handmade and technically edible if you wanted to eat them. I think lovely photography by Nick Ford. Thank you very much. Ideal referrals for me, like I said earlier, are any couples planning their weddings, any people planning a party where a cake would just add that little bit of wow factor or a special meaning for the person it's being received by, any wedding or party planners, and like I said, any cafes, restaurants or bars that supply cakes. And I'm just going to leave those there for people, people who come to me and say, do you know what, I think I might give it a bash myself. I think the phallic one is my favourite. If that doesn't terrify your child more than a Tesco cake, I don't know what will. But that's me, it's Emma Ratcliffe, Miss B's Cakes, making your ideas to life.